Khan Academy, Algebraic Thinking, subtopic, Evaluate Expressions with Parentheses. Where can we put parentheses in 20 minus 6 divided by 2 to make it equivalent to 7? Okay, so the biggest thing that we need to remember is that when we see parentheses, that just means we have to solve that part of the expression first. So when we're looking here, this is going to be 20, take away 6, which is 14. And then we take that answer, 14 divided by 2. 14 divided by 2 is 7. Okay, I'm going to just double check my answer B just to make sure. So when I do answer B, I would have to do the inside parentheses first. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. And then I would have to do 20 take away 3. Well, 20 take away 3 is 17. So that's not going to work for that one. Stephen tried to evaluate the expression 8 plus 6 times 2 divided by 4. His work is below. So you can see we have the brackets. Don't let the brackets confuse you. Brackets act just like parentheses. Okay, so the first thing that he did was 6 times 2 is 12. Okay, and he just wrote that down here. So he changed this to 8 plus 12. And he did that multiplication on the inside first because when we think about that, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, that PEMDAS, we always have to do the multiplication and division first. Okay, so inside the parentheses and then multiplication and division first. So 6 times 2 is 12, and we keep that plus 8, and then we have divided by 4. So far it looks great. Okay, then for step 2, it looks like Stephen did 12 divided by 4. We can't do 12 divided by 4 to get 3 because you cannot take numbers that are inside the parentheses and apply them to numbers outside of the parentheses. We need to do the whole expression inside. So this should have gone to 20 divided by 4. Okay, so he made a mistake there. So Stephen's mistake was right here in step 2. Evaluate the expression 35 plus 7 minus 6 minus 5. So we're going to look at our parentheses first. 35 plus 7, it will be 42. And then I'm going to keep that minus sign. And then again, these brackets act the same as the parentheses, so don't let them mix you up just because they look different. 6 take away 5 is 1. So that leaves us with the problem 42 minus 1. So to evaluate it, it's going to be 41. Also, don't get thrown off by the wording, evaluate the expression. They're just saying to solve the problem. Where can we put parentheses? In 19 minus 3 times 5 to make it equivalent to 80. So again, we're going to solve the parentheses first. 19 take away 3 is 16. And then we'd have to do 16 times 5. So 16 times 5 is 80. So this one will work. Again, just to double check, 3 times 5 is 15. We have to do the parentheses first. So 3 times 5 is 15. 19 take away 15 would only be 4. John tried to evaluate the expression 30 plus 15 minus 2 times 3. Okay, his work is below. So they give us the problem here. And then it shows what he did. So 30 plus, good. And then we have to do what's inside the bracket. Okay, so inside the bracket, 15, take away 2 times 3. We're going to do the multiplication first inside the brackets. Okay, so that's 2 times 3, which is 6. So far, step 1 looks great. We kept our 15, we kept our subtract, we just solved the 2 times 3 is 6. Then we come back down here. Inside the bracket, we're going to solve first. 15 take away 6 is 9. And we're left with our 30 plus. And then step 3 is 30 plus 9, which is 39. So John did not make a mistake in this expression. Evaluate the expression. 9 divided by 17 take away 8. Again, we're going to do our 17 take away 8 first. 17 minus 8 is 9. And then I'm going to come back and do 9 divided by 9, which is 1. Where can we put the parentheses in 4 times 7 plus 2 to make it equivalent to 36? Again, parentheses first. 7 plus 2 is 9, and then 4 times 9 would be 36. Again, just double checking that B does not work. 4 times 7 would be 28, and then adding that 2 would give you 30.